Well, hi, I'm John Hart, and welcome back to Mr. America Hart. I really enjoy having you guys come and visit my channel, and as you can tell, this is a special day. It's not just a special day because I'm shooting another video. It's a special day because I'm discussing slightly different topics today. Instead of the simple sets, reps, exercise routines, diets type of issues that I bring up throughout my entire fitness channel and journey here, I am today addressing a little bit more on the business end and also what we've just had go down in this last year of the pandemic and the lockdowns. So how do we rise out of these lockdowns? And what sort of inspiration can we find and where can we find it? So this is the deal. During the lockdowns, early on, I found myself, well, the majority of my business was training people in the gym. Of course, with the lockdown in LA, in Los Angeles, that came to a grinding halt. And back in March 16th, I believe it was, of 2020, when everything shut down, there was not even traveling around LA County. And nobody, for that matter, as far as the clients went, the in-person, in the gym, or in the home clientele that existed, none of them wanted to be around me or even around themselves for that matter. They were just afraid of germs in general. So that's where we were back in March. So what did this do to my personal business plan and business in general? As I said, my business at the time was heavily based on in the gym training, one-on-one personal training. I did have other things. I had my books. I had written 2 books up until that point, Mr. America Shape Up Series and Physique 101. I also had some online clientele around the world. Small amount, because I only work with a small number of people, but nonetheless, that's what was happening. Phone clientele as well. That's the way it was going. Up till that point, when everything fell off a cliff, the income took a major hit, of course, just like most of the world. Everything came to a grinding halt. You're sitting around waiting on, as an independent contractor, unemployment. 10 weeks. In Los Angeles over here, 10 weeks before any of that hit for the independent contractors in the state of California. So it was a very long ride. And for a lot of people, money was very tight. So I found myself in a pretty good position because I had saved up enough that it didn't really destroy everything. But what happened during that time? I've never sat home. I've never sat and thought so much as I did during the beginning of the pandemic. So what was going on in my mind? What did I do with my time? Well, I'll tell you one thing. You guys know, I know many of you went ahead and jumped onto YouTube more often. I did too. I'm going to share with you what I did with that in a moment. But also, I kept hearing in my head a close family friend of ours saying to me, she used to say, your downtime is your prep time. Your downtime is your prep time. What did this mean to me? Well, I had a manuscript written already for my 3rd book. I'd been sitting on it for over a year. And I know some of you guys know that this book I was just sitting on, not feeling really creative, not really wanting to finish it, but my downtime was my prep time. So the first thing that I did was I sat down and I forced myself, got on my computer. I had weeks to play with, thinking, well, sometime soon the economy, everything's going to open up again, society's going to open up again, right? Because it was only 2 weeks to flatten the curve, and then it was a month to flatten the curve, and then it was now going on 2 or 3 months, and it was getting crazy. And I had never spent so much time at home in my life, my entire adult life. So I went ahead and I began my 3rd book, or began finishing my 3rd book. And as a result, during this time period, I did finish my 3rd book. And of course, some of you know, I've not really been pushing it too hard online, but this is it right here. Year 1 in the beginning. Okay? And as you can tell, it's for beginners mainly. I've had more exposure to beginners in weight training and in bodybuilding than probably any other classification of people, beginners who are just learning how to work out. And this is it right here. This book I wrote for beginners, and from beginning to end, it takes a person step by step through their entire first year of training to put on maximum muscle mass and lean body, and create a lean body without a whole bunch of body fat on it. So I finished my third book. I produced another book. My downtime was my prep time. That was one thing. Second thing, I mentioned being on YouTube. Yeah, not just putting together videos for YouTube, because I did continue to do that. However, watching YouTube, what did I watch? I watched business inspirational people and videos from, in particular, two men in general who I really respect and admire. One of them, Patrick Bet-David with Valuetainment. His podcast, PBD podcast on YouTube, is fabulous. I find it to be inspiring, and also from a business perspective, it's not just always about, he does cover a certain amount of people in bodybuilding, he has over the years, but also business-minded. He's thinking business-minded. I enjoy listening to him and his business mind. Patrick Bet-David, PBD podcast. The second one, and some of you may recall this from some of my social media back a couple of years ago, Marcus Lemonis. Marcus Lemonis is the star of the TV show The Prophet. And I would watch anything with Marcus on it. And you'll recall back in the day, I had a little stare down with him. I'll put a little picture up on the screen over here you guys can see. Maybe it's on this side, okay? Met him in the middle of LA one time. Had a great conversation with him. He was a lot of fun. And went ahead and gave me some desserts. He was promoting one of his new stores. Gave me some desserts for the kids.
Hey, Gabriel, Grace, and Isaiah. I don't know why you're here, but you better be in school. I'm here with your dad, and he's bringing you cupcakes. You can have as many as you want tonight. As many as you want.
Did a little inspirational video for the kids, so it was a lot of fun. Meeting him, a great business mind. I opened my mind to new and different business ideas. Growth. Your downtime is your prep time. That was number 2. Number 3, the business that I already had, what could I do with it? So now I was in my head from number 2, creating new parts or improving other parts of the business that I already had. It was obvious that the in the gym business was just tanked. It was obvious that that was now based on people getting over their fear about being in front of or around other people, or being even around me. I never really walked in fear during this time. However, I do understand why people had been feared. It is a true situation with a disease running around the planet, a pandemic. At that time, what other businesses did I even mention just now? I had my books. I wrote another book. I had in the gym training, not much happening there. Online training and how to perfect that and how to do it a little bit different. So follow me on this. This is my number 3. During this time, I have myself and a close family friend who I helped originally to become a trainer. We call him Big A. And you've seen in some of our videos, Big A, the thumb. Big A has been working with me with our online business and our online clients at Mr. America Heart. And it's a great situation because this is somebody who for years now has been conducting himself professionally and found himself in a similar position to me, which was online, or I should say in the gym business, had tanked. But the online business had actually kind of ramped up a little bit. And the interest in it has ramped up over time, even more so than it was prior to 1 year ago. So in recent times, Big A and myself, we got together, decided on a nice new business plan format I was already using. And some of you guys who I help online, you know what I'm talking about, the format that I use in helping you guys to get in the best shape possible. So we just combined a lot of our ideas as well as the training protocols, as well as some basic principles that we have always agreed upon when it came to training and diet. Put that all together, and what do we have? We have a very custom and personal experience. Now it's turning into commercial right here with number 3, because, follow me. Because now The online business is the situation that is the future for Mr. America Hart. Going forward, the in the gym business is not quite the same as what it was back then. And in Los Angeles County, things have not even gotten off of full lockdown. The gyms are not open fully yet. People are still just beginning to be vaccinated, and they're still in a fearful position, a lot of them. So therefore, that business has not come back fully the way that it was. Now, the online business and handling it just right, improving it, finding ways to improve it, and the ways to go about doing it, and getting great results with clients. This is the type of thing that both Big A and myself have been doing. Now we have our downtime being our prep time. Okay? We've prepped ourselves for the future. Great launching pad to move forward. So, this video today was about in the lockdown, coming out of the lockdown. How are we going to rise up coming out of the lockdown? I'm telling you right now that it's not too late. No matter what business you're in, there's still time because society has not opened up 100% yet. Maybe some of the things that I've said just now resonates with you. Maybe there's certain aspects of your own business that you may want to turn up a bit. Maybe you want to finish some projects that you had started and you still have the time right now. Finish them. Finish them. Maybe you want to gain some more inspiration from some business-minded individuals like I did during this time. I highly recommend you check out PBD Podcast and Marcus Lemonis. Anything with Marcus Lemonis, just go to YouTube and punch in his name and you'll find it. You'll find any video with him. Great business mind. Maybe you want to go ahead and hook up like I have with like-minded individuals. It's not just Big A. We have a third coming on now. So it's growing rather fast. Big A, myself, one more coming on soon. This is the way that you can do it. Hook up with like-minded individuals. Can two walk together unless they are agreed? The answer is no. You have to agree with those individuals on how to conduct yourselves and the kind of business practices you're going to perform. And there you have it for today. Hopefully you find something from this to be a little bit inspirational coming out of this pandemic, because I did. And I'm just sharing with you, my viewers, and my subscribers, even the ones who are not subscribed, just viewing this video right here, how you may gain some inspiration and some new ideas and how to come out of this pandemic like a phoenix coming out of the ashes. So, from my heart to you, John Hart, listen before you go. If you're liking the videos that I'm doing, off to my left, you're going to see that disc pop up. That's the subscribe button for my YouTube channel. Please give that thing a tap. You'll get notifications anytime I have a new video pop up. Off down below, there's a thumbs up button. Will you please hit that? Give the video a like. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. And I'll see you guys soon.